Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our EAFC 25 career mode. You join me today off the back of us joining Bayern Munich in the previous episode and going through a major rebuild of the club. Yes, we saw plenty of players leave, plenty of players signed to the club in what has been a huge rebuild over the first few weeks of the summer transfer window. We're going to be continuing that today as we will be closing out the summer window. We'll also have the German Super Cup final against Borussia Dortmund and match day 1 of the Bundesliga campaign. So we're still lots of signings to be made. Let's just dive straight into things. Of course, guys, if you haven't seen the previous episode, I would massively recommend going and checking it out, as we had so much going on in that episode. But this is how the squad currently looks after the rebuild. We brought a lot of these players in, and I'm pretty happy with the way that it looks. I'm thinking maybe a right-sided centre-back, because I'm not sure Maya's good enough to step straight into the starting lineup. Maybe a new central midfielder as well, as Mensah's only 17 years of age. And also up top, I don't know if Marquez is good enough at the moment at just 17 years of age. Is he good enough to lead our line with only Armando Sieb in reserve? I'm not sure, man. I might look to make a real marquee signing up top. I do like Marquez, but I think I'd prefer him off the bench as a young talent. So we'll see how much we can stretch the budget. We've built out the squad quite a bit in the previous episode. You can see we've got some decent depth. But yeah, let's maybe go and see who we've got on the shortlist and make our first move of the episode. Yeah, I've got this man on my shortlist, a regen Sem Bakker. We had a Sem at Southampton who was fantastic, and we might be signing one here in Germany as well. He looks absolutely fantastic. He's rapid. He's really good on the ball. I like the high agility and balance. He's really strong as well, and his finishing at 92, 87 shot power, 83 ball control. I feel like he is one of those, if you get him in front of goal, he will find the back of the net. He is a regen or a pre-gen. I'm not sure who he would be modelled off as a Dutch striker, but I really do like the look of this guy. I think he could be perfect to lead the line. And at 85 overall, he's just that step up on Marquez, who will still be a really important part of the team. He has got a release clause as well, so if Roma don't want to play ball, then we can just activate that. I think it's 70 odd million, and well, it's less than what they're asking for at the moment. Come on, lads, you know I can just go and pinch him even if I want to without negotiating. So come on, let's have a bit of decency here. We'll go back at 60 million and they want 80. That's ridiculous, lads. I can poach him for way less than that anyway. Let's go 65 million. I don't think they're going to accept. We may have to go back into the negotiations here. Yeah, AS Roma, what are you playing at, lads? Yeah, they're still saying they want 80 million, and knowing that release clause is 72, I'm not going to be held to ransom here, lads. This is ridiculous negotiation from Roma. We'll go 64. They are willing to come down slightly. Well, that's better. Let's see if we can go 65 million for Sem. Come on, lads. There we go. 65 million for Bakker. So Sem Bakker is in for 65 million. It'll probably end up being a decent fee for him in the end, but at 23, it does seem like he's stopped growing for the time being. So hopefully he will have a good season for us and will continue his growth once again. But yeah, really like the look of this guy. Lethal in front of goal, quick, good on the ball as well. And I think he will just elevate that number 9 position. Means that Marquez becomes our sort of number 2 striker, our Cameron Archer, if you will. And we've also got Armando Sieb as well, who's a decent third choice. So yeah, really happy to bring Sem Bakker to the club on a 5-year deal. Well, we've got a big bid here from Borussia Dortmund for Alberto Marquez, but I've said before, I don't want to sell this lad, just 17 years of age. He is the future of this club, as Arsenal put in a big bid for Alphonso Davies, but he just signed a new deal in the summer. He is not going anywhere. We're a few days away, or about a week away from this Super Cup game against Borussia Dortmund, so I am very tempted just to dive into that, and we'll see where we stand after this game as we head towards the first game of the season. Yeah, we've made it to the Super Cup, so with a little bit of uncertainty as to what we're going to do with the remainder of our transfer budget, I think we're just going to dive into this, test out some of the new players and see how we get on. Taking on Borussia Dortmund, one of the teams I'd expect to be at the top of the table with us this season. So let's just dive straight into it. Off gets die Rotten. So yeah, underway in our first game in Germany. Be interesting to see how we get on. The squad isn't quite how I would perfect it per se. I'd maybe like another centre-back to come in on the right-hand side. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll just see how we get on. This first season, the board have asked us to win a treble. I'd certainly like to do well in Germany this year, potentially getting back on top in the Bundesliga. I'm not sure if we're good enough to go all the way in the Champions League yet, but I'd like to go in a run in the DFB Pokal as well. I think we've got a good chance of reaching the latter stages of that competition. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how we get on. New team, new players and everything as Bakker fires one wide of the post. So yeah, just got to see how we get on in this first season. And this very first test against Dortmund is a nice taster of what's to come. Well, I'll be honest, in the early exchanges, the game's been quite quiet here. As that's a nice ball into Luna. And Luna going all the way. Still Luna, and Kerbal does well to come out and claim. And Luna again. Lovely ball into Sem Bakker on the weaker right foot. And parried away by Gregor Kobel. We've had most of the ball up this end, a couple of little half chances, and we've kept Dortmund pretty quiet so far, but nothing clear cut for either side. Musiala, lovely little drop of the shoulder. Musiala going on and shooting and forcing another save out of Gregor Kobel. Has to be something pretty special to beat him from there, but it did open up for the German and our new captain to let fly. Nice football this by Dortmund. Bale is in. Bale takes his time and probably should have just shot his peg back to the edge, and now it's off the woodwork. And Schumacher had no chance with getting anything on that. That was rifled from close range. They worked it pretty nicely then, Dortmund, but we managed to survive as Elise opens it up for Merlin. Can he conjure up some magic? Merlin going on. Merlin shooting. And it's pretty comfortable for Kobel. Game's starting to open up a bit now as both sides go in the hunt for that opening goal. Well, there is the whistle. I'm not sure if the Super Cup goes to extra time or to penalties. A few little half chances for either side, but the game never really sprung into life. And as I say, I'm not sure if it's extra time or potentially straight to pens. Well, it is straight to penalties, and can the big man Schumacher make a name for himself already? 6'7", so he's pretty big, but the first one finds its way in. Rashford up first for us and scores into the top corner. What a brilliant pen. Diabite sends Ronnie the wrong way once again. Marquez up next. Marquez. Oh, saved by Kobel. Fernandez also sends Ronnie the wrong way, and we could be in trouble from a shootout once again. Elise, lots of power. Elise, enough to get it past Kobel. Yeremy Pino. Oh, it's gone the wrong way again. I'm awful at saving pens, man. Hernandez has to score. Hernandez. Oh, that's cold. With the Panenka. And Ronnie needs a save. It's Felix and Mecha. And he sends him the wrong way again. Dortmund 5 from 5. And some things never change. New team, new players, but same old penalty concerns for old Sam Carr. The fraud, the penalty fraud. He can't hack it in the shootouts. And Borussia Dortmund will lift the Super Cup trophy. So after that loss to Dortmund in the Super Cup, we've got 12 days until our next game, so around 2 weeks. Still £100 million in the budget. and I got a few options of players that I could bring in. I've still only got one right back, so I am looking at potentially bringing Joshua Kimmich in because he can play in midfield as well. But at 34 years of age now, he is decreasing pretty quickly and he can't really run much anymore. So potentially him, potentially Samuel Young, the right back that we looked at in the previous episode. We could go for a new centre back, but with how easy defending is on this year's game, I think I might just trust the youngsters that we've brought in. Alexander Pavlovic is of course a Bayern Munich academy grad, and he would be really good as a DLP in this team. So we could go for Pavlovic, probably cost us around 40 to 50 million. I've got a real star box-to-box midfielder here, Dusan Kovacevic, who I really do like the look at. Look at this guy's stats. He is absolutely fantastic. But he's going to cost us probably around 70 million. So I'm really not too sure what to do with the money. Lots of names on the shortlist, but I'm not sure what areas I should be focusing on. Now, with the money that I've got left, I might go in for Dusan Kovacevic. He looks absolutely insane. Can play as a centre mid, CDM, or a attacking midfielder as well. He's got the stats to play all three positions, and yeah, I mean, he just looks absolutely insane. Probably slightly better going forward than he is defensively. But next to Mensah in the midfield, I think he could be perfect. And he is probably an upgrade on Merlin or Hernandez. So maybe we go for this lad. Real star central midfielder. Let's see how much he's going to cost us. Going to go in at 65 million and just see how much they want. 67.5. Oh my goodness. I was expecting a lot more than that. Let's go again, 66.5 plus the sell-on clause. And Luis Enrique, happy to sell. Well, that is a surprise because this lad looks incredible. Let's get him in. Yeah, Dusan Kovacevic looks absolutely superb. And on the left-hand side of our midfield, next to the youngster Mensah, I think he will be absolutely superb. Really like the look of this signing. Another from PSG as we look to continue rebuilding the squad. So just looking at the team now, this is how we currently line up. Really do like the look of the team. I'd say the one sort of weak area is Meyer at centre back, but with how easy it is to defend in this year's game, it shouldn't be too much of an issue as he is a good young defender, and the squad has got a lot more depth in it now as well. One thing to consider that I've sort of forgotten about, I mentioned it at the beginning of the season, but about the 4 homegrown players at the club. And I'm not sure we've got 4, you know. I'm not sure if Musiala counts. I don't think he does because he moved to Germany from England when he was in the Chelsea academy. So we've got Franz Kratzig, who is 1. We've got Armando Sieb is 1. So that is 2 in total. I think Vidovic may potentially be. I might have to go and double check that. So with Vidovic, we're on 3. So we would still need 1 more homegrown trained at the club player. I'm pretty sure we're only on 3. Yeah, I've just checked and Vidovic does count as 1 as he moved to the Bayern Munich academy from Augsburg. I think when he was 14 or 15, and he was there for quite a few years. But we do need 1 more, and quite an easy position to fill that gap is in goal. We've already signed Marvin Schwab, but Christian, I think it's Fruchtel, I think. We'll call him Christian, but he's currently at Lecce, but he actually does qualify as a homegrown trained at the club player for Bayern Munich. So considering he's going to cost us probably just 3.5 to 4 million, and he does fill that final squad registration gap that we've got. Let's bring him in from Lecce and see where that leaves us financially. Yeah, we're going with 3.5. I don't think he's going to cost us more than that, and no, he does not. So Christian for 3.5. He actually looks like a decent backup keeper. We didn't really need to sign Marvin Schwab, although he did only cost us 1.5 million. So Christian Fruchtel is in, and as I say, we didn't really need to sign Marvin Schwab in the end, but he barely cost us anything. But we've now got 2 pretty decent backup keepers for Ronnie Schumacher, and that does mean that we've got our 4 homegrown trained at the club players. I think that leaves us with around about 25 million left to spend, 26 million. I'm not sure what to do. I might wait until deadline day before making a decision. I might crack on with the Heidenheim clash, as that is our first Bundesliga game of the season. I don't think anyone else is going to depart, as I'm pretty happy with how the squad is looking at the moment. We've got good strength in depth as well. I'd say probably at centre-back is the only other position, as I say, we could potentially strengthen, but we don't really have enough money to bring anyone in who is going to make us better in that position than we already are. So yeah, I think I might just leave it as we are for now. Jump into the next game as we take on Heidenheim on match day 1 of the Bundesliga season, looking to get off to a winning start after our defeat in the Super Cup. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Right, let's try and get this first win as Bayern Munich boss then. Need to get off to a strong start. The Bayern Munich board expecting us to win the Bundesliga title this season. And I'm expecting us to at least compete and be in the race for the title. As Sem or look to get away. If that had gone off, if that skill move had gone off, he would have been completely through on goal. Promising start this as Mensah finds Musiala. There is Sem. Back a tight angle, forces the save out of the keeper. Elise picks up a bit of space. Michael Elise going on. Elise shoots. And the Heidenheim keeper, Schultz, is there once again. Promising early start this from Bayern Munich, but so far just not been able to find that breakthrough. That's good defending by Sasha Boe. See Duzan in the middle. There is Kovacevic out to Luna. And Luna going on and fouled, and dangerous free kick in this position. Elise over it. Michael Elise. Oh, it's not a bad effort. He got a lot of curve on that, and the keeper had to get across and make the save. It's been all Bayern Munich pressure in these early stages as Inacio flies in, but the keeper does well to hold on. Fonzie into Musiala. There's Elise. Can we make this early pressure pay off? No. Another big save by the Heidenheim keeper. Corner to be swung in by Musiala. Again, looking for Inacio, and cleared away once again. Surely this goal is coming. Inacio driving forward. He is so comfortable on the ball. I don't mind him doing that. Elise into Sembaka onto the stronger left foot, and again Schultz in the Heidenheim goal manages to get a glove on it. He has been insane in this opening 33 minutes as Musiala down the left. Jamal finds Luna, and Luna looks to bend one, and again Schultz is there. What a first half performance from the Heidenheim keeper. Elise finds Musiala. Surely this time Jamal Musiala. Our first goal in the Bayern Munich era under Sam Carr's management. And of course, it's the man I made captain, Jamal Musiala, who gets the opening goal. Our star man and our captain with the opening goal. Oh, that's a good little toe by Kovacevic. And there's Luna into Sem. And now Musiala right on the stroke of the break lifts it in for Michael Elise, who did get first contact on it with the overhead, but it was straight down the throat of Schultz. Brilliant first half of football, and we've been all over Heidenheim. Just the one goal to show for it, but that is mainly due to the heroics of Schultz in the Heidenheim net. Kovacevic forward to Alphonso Davies, who does have license to get forward in this system. Fonzie down the left-hand side. Still going Fonzie, and picks out Sem. And there's Mensah. Oh, what a hit from the young kid. And again, Schultz is equal to it. Elise to swing the corner in. It's deep. That's not cleared. Musiala goes up. And Kovacevic will keep it alive for Fonzie. And that's a bit more comfortable for Schultz. Inacio, great defending. Now Jamal Musiala forward to Baka. Steps away from one and finds Elise. He swings the cross in looking for Duzan. Oh, is he going to drop in? No. And Elise now has it. There is Duzan again, and he looks to strike one. It'll fall for Baka. Now Elise and Boe. And across to Musiala, and he looked to tee up Baka. Still we have it on the edge. And Mensah to Kovacevic. And Fonzie. And Fonzie from range, turned away by Schultz. Kovacevic pinches it back. Now it's Baka through to Elise, and Schultz is there again. What a performance from the Heidenheim keeper. Corner swung in looking for Inacio. It'll fall for Davis. Back out to Musiala. Flag stays down. He picks out Merlin, and he couldn't quite get it under his spell. See what I did there? Musiala drifting forward. Jamal. Lovely feet. There's Rashford. And Mensah finds Pedro Neto. And again, Schultz is equal to it. This must be the game with the most goalkeeper saves that I've ever played, as Maya is again denied by Schultz. Other than that game against Aston Villa we had a few years ago where Emi Martinez was on a mad one, I can't think of another game where the keeper has made so many saves. This has been outrageous. But it's not going to matter as we do hold on for the 3 points. Thankfully, Heidenheim didn't cause us any issues going forward. And I've said before, I do find it quite easy to defend in this year's game. But going forward, it is so much harder to score. You saw that throughout our time with Southampton. We didn't score many goals, even when we won the Premier League. And it might be the same story here with Bayern Munich. But 3 points to kick off the new season. Well, into transfer deadline day here, guys. We've still got around, well, 36 million. How have we got money? Who did we sell? I thought we had 25 million. Oh, it's the season ticket money, isn't it? We've had the season ticket money in, so we're up to 35 million. Well, that is pretty handy. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do, though. I am tempted to bring back Joshua Kimmich. Just as he gives us a lot of depth in multiple positions. Can play in midfield, can play at right back. Similarly, Josip Stanisic can play at fullback and at centre back. But other than that, I'm not too sure. We could go for someone like Konrad Laimer, who's another option, maybe a better option than Joshua Kimmich, who can fill in at right back. And I'm a big fan of Konrad Laimer. He's 32, where Kimmich is 34. So he will start going down quicker. Potentially someone like Felix Martins, who could do a job at fullback as well. I would still like to bring back Alexander Pavlovic at some point. Maybe next season, though, as I don't think we'll have enough money for him at the moment. Oh, Sem Stein's gone to Torino, man. It's so sad how they just gut the team as soon as you leave. Clarence has gone as well. Oh, my God, everybody's leaving Southampton. I may go for, as Joseph's gone for a big move to Barcelona. I think I'm going to go for Konrad Laimer. Played against him in the Champions League final last year with Atletico Madrid, but a bit of a fan favourite in Germany. Still got some pretty good pace, high stamina as well, 32 years of age. But if we can get him near to that market valuation, I think that'd be a really, really good pickup, as he's one of those utility players that can fill in almost anywhere. You're going to go in at 22.5, see what Atletico Madrid say. They want Sieb, but no. We need him for our squad registrations. Let's go 22.5 again and see what they say. And Diego Simeone happy to part with Konrad Laimer. Now he's in his early 30s, but we've got such a young team here. We do need some leaders, and Konrad Laimer is certainly that. But Konrad Laimer is in on deadline day, and he's going down in his rating supposedly, but very, very slowly. And he's such a good player. I'm a big fan of the Austrian. in real life. He's one of those players that gets overlooked quite a lot, but is so versatile. Can play central midfield, can play right back, could probably do a job at centre back as well. And as I say, with such a young squad, we do need some experienced players, and I think Konrad Laimer is the perfect player to bring back to the club. I'm really happy with that signing, and I think I might leave it there for deadline day. We've got 10 million left in the budget, but you'll see we've still got quite a few players with their deals up at the end of the season. Some big players as well, Uzun, Rashford, Zvonarek, Kratenmacher, Vidovic. So yeah, I want to leave some money in the kitty for January if we do want to give out some contracts, but I'm pretty happy with the business that we have done. We've completely changed the squad, completely gutted the original team and made it younger, brought in mostly a German core and some real star quality as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this first season with Bayern Munich. Well, that'll do it for transfer deadline day as we take a look at the biggest deals of the window. Josko Gvardiol leaving RB Leipzig, which is good for us to join Roma for 83.8 million. Alexis McAllister has left Liverpool to join AC Milan for 75.2. And Charles De Catalara also leaving RB Leipzig to join Manchester City. So we'll see if that makes them weaker this season. But just a quick note on our transfers. I have already shown this in the transfer history, but Flynn Downs has left as well, man. Southampton getting absolutely gutted. If we take a look at the players that we have brought in, you can see them all here. A real overhaul of the squad. Some real big signings as well. I'd love to work out exactly how much it is that we've spent this summer. It's got to be close to 300-400 million, but a real clear out of the team. A lot of the older players moved on and new younger players are brought in. So yeah, really looking forward to this season with Bayern Munich. And you know what, guys, I think I'll close out the episode with one more game as well. Travelling to Stuttgart to the Mercedes-Benz Arena, if it's even still called that. I have a feeling it's not called that anymore, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, we'll close out the episode here. We won by 1-0 on match day 1, but we definitely should have scored more goals. So looking to do the same, pick up the 3 points, but hopefully get a few more goals on the score sheet as well. Auf geht's, die Rotten. Well, we'll see how we get on today, but we may be caught up in the rain, like the ball getting caught up in the rain, because it is absolutely chucking it down here. I'm hoping that maybe the rain is not going to affect me as much as it did in England, but I find that very unlikely, as Musiala does well. And Elise, strange save by the keeper, but he does get something behind it. No longer Sem Stein, there's a new Sem in town. And that's a nice ball to Fonzie. Alfonso picks out Musiala. And Elise on the right foot for the third time is denied by Van der Voort in the Stuttgart goal. Corner swung into Maya. It'll come out to Elise. Time to line it up. And this time he doesn't manage to hit the target. Kovacevic to Baka. And he looks for Musiala. It's a lovely ball. Jamal Musiala denied by Van der Voort. And that's probably the best opening we've had so far today. Elise's corner. Dangerous ball. Mensah gets up. Good press this from us. Luna pinches it back. Luna into Elise. And there is Baka and Van der Voort in the way again. What is it with the keepers in the Bundesliga? Last time out it was Schultz. Today it is Van der Voort. Luna forward to Fonzie. Still we look to try and win this. Fonzie down the left. Lovely run. Strong running from Fonzie. Brilliant from Fonzie. There is Sembaka with his first goal for the club. What a time to get it. And I said when I signed this man from Roma, looking at his stats, if you get him in front of goal, he looks like he will be lethal. On that favoured left peg, just sits up nicely off the turf. And this time, Van der Voort beaten by the power. An absolute rocket from Sem. And we lead away in Stuttgart. And there is the whistle as well. Another grind-out victory by a 1-0. Defence looking very, very solid in our opening 2 games, although both games have been fixtures that we would expect to win. The rain was our real opponent today, and we managed to find the goal late on through that man, Sem Bakker, to claim all 3 points. But guys, that will do it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. In the next one, we'll really crack on with the Bundesliga, and we should also see the Champions League phase drawn, as is our first year in it with Bayern Munich, of course, looking to retain the trophy but at a different club after I won it last year at Southampton. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. I'll catch you in the next one very soon. Take care and peace.